James Putnam, the director, the curator of Glasstress. So the fact that you have here a lot of artists working with glass, that is very strange, but very common in these few last years. It was not so common in the past. So how did you choose the artists participating to this new Glasstress exhibition?
Yeah, this is the third edition of Glasstress, and the artists I've chosen particularly for the show are artists, major contemporary artists, emerging contemporary artists who've never actually worked with that material before. It's very different from artists that regularly work with glass, and so this is really very much kind of first for this. And we've got artists that are doing work that's politically charged, aesthetic work, you know, from all different countries of the world, you know, of all different reputations. So glass is very much the new medium for contemporary art. It hasn't been used much before, but it is. You can just see by all the magnificent architecture that's coming on that it's very significant. It's the material of the 21st century.
And it is very uncommon and really very interesting for a lot of artists, contemporary artists, that choose even this way of working with glass, telling stories of politics, world, that, life. So everything is included, maybe because of the transparency of the material and the dutability of the material.
Yes, I mean, it's a much harder material than I've imagined. You know, there's outside sculptures made. It's very versatile as a medium, and I think a lot of artists who hadn't thought of working with glass before are excited by the possibility. It's very much a sort of collaboration, a sort of dialogue between the Murano artisans who are, very experienced in using this material and the artists, and we have molded glass as well as blown glass. But surprisingly, we've got some of the most interesting pieces are made of, blown glass. I mean, this piece here, for instance, by a London-based artist called Paul Fryer. At first, when you look at it, you think it could be some decorative piece of glass, but in fact, it's I could say a sort of translation of high-speed photographs taken of droplets of water. Captured at many thousandths of a second, that the artist has spoken directly with the glassblower, shown in images, just sort of Google images of this high-speed pictures of water droplets, and the maestro of glass has translated it into a sculpture. So here we have a kind of perfect dialogue between a glassblower and a major contemporary artist.
Because you cannot work if the master doesn't do or cannot do, because projects are projects, and then realization is completely different if the master cannot do some piece.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I think the glass master has to sort of understand the concept of what the artist is getting at, and be quite passionate about it. I think in this instance, the master glassblower, who after all has been blowing glass since the age of 15. Now, he's in his 50s, has, really bonded with the artist to make this wonderful work.
What about the work behind you?
This is by an Indian, New York-based artist called Reena Banerjee. And, she's using glass and lots of other elements in this sculpture. A lot of natural elements, shells. This is a kind of quartz glass down here. And some blown glass elements, and all these things are very symbolic. They're to do with her cultural background, but it's also to do with universal creation myths, this kind of thing. And another thing we tried to do was not to have the work on plinths to sort of alienate it from the exterior. Here we have very much where you have a dialogue between the architectural space of the palazzo, which of course is very ornate, and the artwork. So they sort of interweave. They're integrated. They're a kind of sort of intervention within the space. But I think that's all very important. I really like the combination of the old palace and the modern, which shouldn't be fighting each other. They should be kind of integrating, having a conversation with each other.
Thank you very much.